Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Cornmoon Tarot. You can call me Moon. So, as you can see, I'm dressed up as Ariel, and I am actually really excited with this janky wig. If you could see a different color hair, no you can't. So, today we're going to be talking about why are you so haunting? And if you are new here, hi, happy Halloween. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you run across this, this is for you. But we'll see how much I could get through in this core set. If I can't, then I'll change into something else. But yeah, so we have the pictures that I have on the screen. If you have your picture already picked out for you, you feel drawn to it, then you could go to your timestamps. Or if not, then I have 3 tarot decks that you could choose from, which this is group number 1 with the Meryl Streep tarot deck, 55 on the timer. Okay. And then this is number 2 with the Animal Tarot. Okay. And then this is number 3 with the Lord of the Rings Tarot. Okay. And then also, you could skip to your timestamps if you want, but I just wanted to share a story with you guys. So this is going to be a spooky story that actually happened to me, and if you don't want to watch it, you can always skip to your reading. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's still unexplained. There's nothing I could do to find out about it as of right now. I'm just interested to see what you guys think. So let's get started. It started out with me getting this new pool on my route because I am a pool cleaner and everything like that. This happened at least 4 months ago, 5 months ago. I'm not sure the time frame, but yeah, so I got a new pool on my route. I think someone hired my boss to do their pool on their new house that they just bought. I think they either just bought it or is renovating it. I knew for sure they were renovating it again. So they had it was on top of a hill of the location that I work at. So you drive all the way up a hill, and there's a huge house right there, okay? And then there's a regular house, which is the regular house that I'm doing a pool out at, okay? So this is the house, and then they have a little guest house right next to it, not far, it's all in the same vicinity. And then the pool is right next to the guest house, okay? And then there's a driveway in front of it. Not a long driveway, just a regular one. And so it's kind of like a cul-de-sac, but not really. It's a roundabout, I guess. So you just go in a circle and then you park. So I went in a circle with my truck and then I parked right there. Okay, so this is probably, I wouldn't say it's the first time I'm doing it. Wait, actually, yeah, it was the first time that I was doing this pool. So the first time I showed up to this pool, I looked at the address, made sure it was right. I'm like, okay, this is it. Sorry. This is my real hair. And I saw this older man in this car waiting. He looked kind of like, what's his name from Marvel, the creator of Marvel. I keep forgetting his name, but he passed on, Stan Lee. He kind of gave Stan Lee vibes with the glasses that he was wearing. And I was just in the car, and it looks like he was like giving me a stare down, which I couldn't tell because he had glasses on. But I'm thinking, okay, it's just an older guy. He may be grumpy. He may just not like to smile or wave. So, and plus he probably was just scoping out my truck, like, who is this person? Who is this pool cleaner and where are they going? But yeah, so I just waited in there, looked through the rearview mirror. And then I saw this lady, this older lady with a bob. She had gray hair. She was kind of like skinny. She looked like she just looked like a regular older lady. Probably they both look like they're in their 80s, okay, late 80s maybe. But yeah, so I got out of the truck. And she looked like she was writing a check on the hood of his car. So she was writing something. She was taking her time. I got my pole, I got my bucket with my things, and I walked up to her and I was like, hello, excuse me. Or I was waiting until she was done with her check, awkwardly standing there. And she was finally done. And I said, hi, excuse me, is this address or is this the pool? Do you know so-and-so, which is my boss? And she's like, I don't know any person named that. And I said, okay, well, she's like, are you sure it's not another house? And I said, no, this is the address. And she's like, okay, well, I'm just staying in the guest house, so you'll never see me and stuff. And I said, do I just go this way? Or she's like, yeah, just go whatever way. And also, I forgot to emphasize that the older lady that I talked to when I first got there was saying how they're taking care of the pool for the first time after a long time. So not only did, and then I asked my boss later on, like, hey, did they not take care of that pool before? Because I wanted to know if that information was correct. And my boss said, yeah, I put a new pump in there and everything. So yeah, it's an older pool that was taken care of. Also, I didn't even know that there was a guest house. That lady told me. So two things that I didn't know that I first got there was that, one, they took care of that pool finally after a long time, and two, that they had a guest house. So weird. So yeah, I went around the house, did the pool. The next week I met the husband, I believe, and the husband of the wife that lives there. He was nice. He told me where the chemicals are. The next week, I never saw that lady again. I just assumed she lived in the guest house and she was in there. Blinds were always closed, privacy. I'm like, okay, cool. No, she's in there. She's really nice to me. This white lady, right? And so I show up and I'm minding my own business. There's workers out there renovating the place in the front, and I'm on the side with the pool. Very nice view. And basically the wife and her mother comes out. Her mother's like an older lady, probably in her 70s. They're both Hispanic, and the husband's Hispanic. So the wife's Hispanic, mom's Hispanic. And so she's like, hi, I'm this person. This is also my mom. I wanted to let you know who she is because she's living in the guest house. So in case you're ever wondering who she is, this is who she is. And I was like, oh, what? There's also another lady, right? Another older lady here that is living in the guest house. And when it was like a freaking movie scene, the way they reacted, they looked at each other like, there's no older lady living here. And I was like, I stood there just shocked. Like, there's no older lady, like a white lady that lives in the guest house. She was in front, and I explained the whole story, and I said she lived in the guest house and that I wouldn't see her. They looked freaked the F out. They looked freaked out, and or just like awkwardly standing there. And I was also awkwardly standing there because I never had that happen to me before, and I knew she lived there because she pointed to the guest house. She said that. And she didn't look like anybody who was using. She didn't look strung out. She looked like a lady that was put together. So yeah, but and that older man looked like he was just picking up whatever he needed to pick up, which was a check or something. So that happened, and then I believe that same weekend I went with someone who was dear to me at the time. I wanted to show them what the place was and everything, and maybe do maybe figure out something or tap in, I guess. And I just want to preface that I should not have done that, but it was up the hill, so I wasn't in front of their house, but the family was all sitting outside casually, and I didn't know if they could see me from there because I was in my regular car, and I had my headphones on, and then they looked like they were walking down with their dog, and I'm like, oh crap, they're going to take their dog for a walk. I better get out of there because I don't want them to say like, what are you doing here? You're not on your business hours. That's kind of weird. But so I left, and this person said, hey, they could probably recognize you because your headphones, because you wear them during work. So yeah, they saw me and they got freaked out, and then they accused me of stalking their teenage son, which had nothing to do with why I was there. And I never got a complaint before on a pool. So when that happened, because my boss called me, he's like, hey, these people say this, and he was like, I'm sorry that they said that. I'll just switch your pool. And I said, I don't do that. You know me. And he's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. And people will just say stuff and all that. So yeah, that's why I could never find out what happened with that pool, because I think they got freaked the F out with that story, especially with me saying that there's an old lady living in their guest house. So it's so interesting to me how I wanted to find out more, and all of a sudden I was just, basically pushed out of that energy, especially since I tried to upload it to TikTok and it started getting a lot of views. And after my boss called me, I got really paranoid that they would find that video, and I immediately put it on archive or something, or private, because I just didn't want to risk my job. But yeah, that was a while ago, and I'm not adding any details, but that's that. And if you guys have any sort of explanation as to why that was, whatever happened. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. But yeah, I don't know. I just know that, one, they don't look like they were using. Two, they just look like older, sweet people that were just minding their own business. Three, she said that she lived there. She pointed to the guest house. Four, they were renovating it, and I heard that ghosts kind of get triggered when people renovate houses. Maybe that could be it. What else? But yeah, if you guys have any more questions on the story, you guys can ask it. But I don't know how old. I don't think that house was that old. But the location is old, that's for sure. But that house was built, I think, in the 90s, maybe in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's yeah. So, yeah. Okay, that's that story. If you guys enjoyed that, let me know. And if you guys have any explanations, please let me know. And yeah, I guess happy Halloween, happy spooky season. And I will see you guys in your readings. Also, I'm curious to know if you guys want to say, like, do you have any ideas of what you guys are going to dress up for Halloween, if this is when you're watching this? Yeah, so, okay. Hope that made sense. Like and subscribe, especially if you enjoyed that. And if you didn't, then thanks for listening. Okay, I'll see you guys in your reading. Bye. Hi, group number ones. If you guys chose the Meryl Streep Tarot deck or the picture you guys saw in the thumbnail, then welcome. So let's find out why you are so haunting. And then also I pulled 3 oracle cards. I have not really tuned into them or looked at them fully. But yeah, let's see. This is your energy check, by the way. We're going to do a quick energy check before we get into your reading so you know that this is yours. Like I said in the beginning, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you run across it, it was meant to find you. So this is the 8 of Cups, along with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I heard that I'm not taking any more. Like, this is not something I'm putting up with anymore. I need to walk away from this right now to get a better headspace, especially since you don't feel like you're gaining anything from this information or from something that you felt like you don't want to deal with. I don't know, for some of you, I'm hearing that you don't want to deal with someone else's karma. 55 for you is huge. So you may be going through a lot of energetic shifts and changes. You may have chose to temporarily walk away from something, especially since it's not the right time for you to go towards something. Maybe you're just waiting for the right timing, especially when it comes to a job or work, or just maybe even for some of you, you're not ready to fully walk away. Yeah. It goes from I'm walking away to I'm not fully ready, but also this doesn't feel meant for me. This feels like I'm not gaining anything from this, especially with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This doesn't feel like it's moving for you. Yeah. You're just waiting for the right time to take action. And the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse is definitely making me feel like you aren't wanting to take that leap of faith, or you don't feel like that leap of faith is for you. It's a waiting game. So whatever it is, it's a general reading, so only take what resonates. But yeah, if that resonated in whatever way for you, then this is your reading. Welcome to group 1s. So let's see. Why is group number 1s so haunting? Why is my group number 1 so haunting? Why is my group number 1 so haunting? Let's see. My group number 1s. We have the 9 of Wands. Okay. We have the 9 of Wands. Ooh, the 3 of Cups. I saw in my mind's eye, I saw somebody get hurt in like one of those comedy movies, and everyone's quiet. They're like, oh. And then all of a sudden they get up, they're like, yeah! And everyone's cheering again. That's what I saw. You're someone who isn't afraid to get back up, especially when they're hurt. You are the life of the party. And I think that kind of intimidates some people. For some reason, you seem undefeated. Yeah. Especially when it comes to things that you work on or things that you put energy into, like a business or something that you love, something that you cherish, like a baby, even your own children, if you do have children or will in the future. There's something here that you aren't afraid to fight for what you want. And people definitely find you as competition. If you know that or not, in whatever thing that is, you're haunting because you don't go away. You're haunting because they know that they'll see you again. That Miley Cyrus song, I Can't Wait to See You Again. There's some energies within you know, surrounding you, that they're wanting to see you again, or they want to run into you. They just like your light and who you are. Even when, even, even when, let's say, celebrating or something, they find you very fun. They notice that you've been through a lot and that you are ready for change, you're ready for more. Especially with that energy in the beginning, the Eight of Cups. You're like, okay, this doesn't serve me anymore. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to have a good time. And let's keep going. I keep hearing that Miley Cyrus song. I don't know why that came into my head. Like, the last time I freaked out. No, the last time I freaked out, I just kept looking down. I just stuttered when you asked me what I'm thinking about. Yeah, there might be people that are very nervous in your energy, even if you don't notice. I think there's some people that you do notice that maybe you find endearing. You don't take things too seriously when it comes to somebody being weird in your energy, because you don't want to judge other people like that. You find them on the same level of playing field. Like, you don't think you're better than anybody else. If anything, you're like, we're just human, you know? I think that's also what people find you intimidating. Maybe you even dealt with being afraid, or maybe even being a people pleaser in the past, but now you're not. And so you see that in other people. Maybe you even still struggle with it, but that's not the point. The point is that you see yourself in other people and you're like, hey, I was there too, I get it. Or hey, I'm sometimes there too, I get it. So why is group number 1's so haunting? Why is my group number 1 so haunting? The Four of Swords. Silence is your best ally. Why is my group number 1 so haunting? Whoa. Okay. Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. We have the Devil. And then we have the Magician. And we have the High Priestess. Babes, hello. So we have 3 major arcanas here today in the room with us, with the Three of Swords reverse. People don't want to let go of you. 555 on the timer again, babes. People don't want to let go of you. The High Priestess is that they know that you know. Like, they see you as someone who knows all, especially with the Magician. You can have anything you want. And it's kind of intimidating to people because they're like, oh, this person can really see into me. They could really, I think also people overthink too, because maybe it's not that serious for you, because sometimes you're like, hey buddy, I'm not really caring that much. Like, it's not that deep. And I know some people are like, it's not that deep, you know? I don't like when people say it's not that deep, which it's like, I get it. But with you, it's like, I don't think about it that much, or I'm not that focused on having revenge towards you, because you really try to heal what you are struggling with. You have your own, I think the thing with you is that you have your own trials and tribulations that you're trying to heal and deal with. And people think that you are trying to plan or plot something, but you're actually not. I think that there's a lot of people that are paranoid about you, or people that hurt you are paranoid about you. Let me rephrase that. Because with the Devil card and the Ten of Wands in reverse, they really do think that you haven't moved on or let go, and that you're ready to go. You're ready to strike whenever necessary with the Three of Swords, which, what I'm hearing, I'm channeling so fast for you guys, but with what I'm hearing is that, you know what, if it is necessary, you will chime in. You're all ready. You're all knowing. You're like, your radars are on. If people come at you, you have receipts, and you don't want to pull those receipts when it's not necessary. The Ten of Wands in reverse, it's like, I could let go, I could try to heal, and I will heal, but I will not let go of my receipts. And I think people know that. That's why they don't want to try anything with you. And that really shows with the Four of Swords, because people know that you are healed, that you're past that. Chai, some of you might like chai lattes, but people know that you are healing past whatever BS that other people put you through. The name Karen or Caroline may be significant. Lori, Mary. I'm just seeing all the names on here, and I feel called to say them out loud. There's 2 Marys here. There's Carissa, and also I feel like saying Louise, right? Ryan. Okay. So, yeah. You are on your own path, and people know that, but they also can't stop thinking about how They see that you have a lot of power and you have a lot of strength to you. I think people put you on a pedestal in like a scary way. Like they fear you. Not everyone does though. This is only why you are haunting to people. And specifically, I feel like this is like, why are you haunting is to people from your past that hurt you. You haunt people that hurt you. And I don't think you're even doing anything. That's the thing. For some of you, you might be. I'm side-eyeing you guys. Like for some of you, you might be like a little trickster. I'm getting fairy energy. You know how fairies are fae, are very trickster-like, or you may be working with those types of energies. But yeah, I'm definitely picking up on that. Like you like to, what is that? Like a boo energy, and they're like, oh God. And you just giggle to yourself because for you it's not that deep, but for them they're on their feet, like they're walking on eggshells, which is pretty silly. And I don't know if you're like that, so if you're not, then take what resonates. But I think you know your power and you know your capabilities, but you use it wisely. It's kind of like someone who knows that they can do what they want to do, so they just use it a little bit in a friendly, in a funny way, in a lighthearted way, which is kind of giving me the magician energy too. So let's clarify all of these, and then we'll move on to your oracle cards that I pulled for you guys. So what is the Nine of Wands? What is the Nine of Wands? That one wants to come out. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. What is the Three of Cups? 33 may be significant. What is the Three of Cups? Excuse me. The Lovers, which is Gemini, 33. And then I have the Empress, which is 3. And then the Ten of Swords. So, haunting. Ooh. You may be someone to call someone out on their BS. You definitely know how to... Let me just continue. But... What is the Four of Swords? What is the Four of Swords? But you also pull back. That's the thing. You pull back from giving to other people, and you put your energy towards alchemizing it, towards doing something fun. And I really do think that's like... Something big happened to them right now. 1, 2, 3. And they're reacting in a way that's... They're not giving me what I want anymore. They're not showing me what I want anymore. Like my whole life's falling apart. And theirs was too, because they were in my life at the time. So why are they acting like their life isn't falling apart like mine is? It's because you're on to the next. It's because you're literally like, that was divine timing. That was something for me that I had to learn, that I had to go through. So I understand that. So I'm going to try to have fun when I can. When you are given the opportunity to celebrate, to enjoy life around you, then you will. You won't give energy to this deceit, to this betrayal, to this hardship, especially if it's not time to deal with that. It's all about timing with you. Like when that comes up, I'll deal with it when I have to. Yeah. What is the Four of Swords? Let's see. What is the Four of Swords? Something about... Ooh. I saw the Seven of Wands and the Strength card. So Leo, Nine of Swords. So that was clarifying. The Four of Swords is the Strength. And then the Seven of Wands. Ooh. It's an intimidation thing again, because the Four of Swords... Remember when I said earlier that your strongest suit is your silence? Your strength is literally having your boundaries up and being quiet, and people are overthinking about that because they're like, why is group number 1's being so quiet? I haven't heard from them in a while. I don't know what they're up to. They are literally silent. And yeah, I'm still hearing that quote, which is, silence is the strongest way to respond, something like that. But you are very good at that. And I think that it kind of freaks people out because they also see you succeeding in whatever endeavor you're choosing to succeed in. The Six of Wands, it could be public recognition. It could be just you just moving on, and people feel like you are having a glow up. and doing better for yourself. So what is the Ten of Wands in reverse? What is the Ten of Wands in reverse? You may have prominent Leo placements. Ooh, a Chariot, Cancer. A lot of major arcana, so you may be going through something major in your life right now. The King of Cups reverse, yeah. You may have also walked away, ran away from someone who was very manipulative. Queen of Pentacles, also earth sign, so water sign and earth sign. Or someone who hid stuff from you. You move fast out of a situation. And what I mean by is when you're in their energy, you're like, I feel stuck, I feel trapped. What is a way I can get out of this to run, to run? And I think that you're very good at that. And people almost anticipate you leaving. I don't know why. I don't know if you used to be a runner or an avoidant person, but you've healed that aspect of yourself. For those of you that it resonates with, you've healed that aspect of yourself, and you use that healthy in a positive way, because when someone messes with you, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me three times, it's a pattern. And you recognize that. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to stay quiet. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But if they mess with me, if they screw up, then it's time for me to go. But I will never forget. I will never forget what they did to me, so I don't go back. And with these three, the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Devil, I think that these are just you. And what I mean by that is your energy and how you carry yourself. People may obsess, people may overthink, people may just see you as someone who has divine guidance. You may be someone who practices divination or practices connecting with the divine, but just confirmation that you are on key. Your third eye is very much so popping, and you know what you're talking about, and your manifestations, if it's meant for you right then and there, it's going to manifest, because this is you, this is who you are, and you're just naturally like this. And that's what people see, is that you can get what you desire. And when they have to try so hard because they're not connected to themselves, they're like, how can group number one do that, but I can't? So very haunting. So we have the Chameleon, which is 22. Ooh, yeah, shapeshifter, Three of Cups energy. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is a monster, which is the Predator. I'm going to read this one. And then the Unseen. I love this card. It's so beautiful. With the Unseen and Chameleon, because I know these two cards, what I'm feeling intuitively is that, first of all, you know how to be yourself in every situation, every given situation. And some people are wondering who you're going to pop out as next, or you look very attractive in whatever you do. And people are almost, I heard, fearing your power. There's that Billie Eilish song, you lose your power. I don't know what song that is, but that's what I heard. So that song maybe resonates with you. But the Unseen, you see what other people don't. That's the other intuitive aspect that I'm getting with the High Priestess, is that you see what other people don't. And it's kind of like, oh, they know what's going to happen here, or they know what they're going to do in the future. They know their next move. So I need to be prepared. So when group number one decides to jump ship or decides to move on because I treated them wrong, then I need to be prepared for that. I think that there's a sense of preparation that people feel the need to be around you. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know why I'm channeling that, but also it's just kind of creeps some people out. Like the people that don't find it fascinating, it just kind of creeps them out that you could see things that they don't. But it's obvious to you because you get the download and you're like, okay, that's the most understanding option that's going to happen, because you know how some people can see alternate timelines. I think that's how you can get your downloads, is seeing alternate timelines in whatever way you have a type of clair. But you could feel the shift happening. You know how dogs can feel an earthquake before it happens? It's kind of like that's how you are. So I'm going to read this card. And I just want to show the imagery. Okay. So the Predator. The monster, I mean. Let's see. And that is A for the monster. Here she is. 88 may be significant. Hunted, preyed upon, seduced. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but is a supernatural creature from pre-Islamic Arabic mythology who has said to stalk near water sources and lure young men to their deaths. That reminds me of group. Never mind. That just reminds me of a siren. Card meaning, you might be experiencing fogginess or fuzzy thinking. Someone else's deceitful behavior or sleight of hand is present. A friend could be a foe, or a foe could be acting like a friend. Your open mind or kind heart could be used against you. Her advice is taking a clear-eyed, objective view on your situation is what is required right now. You may need to step away, even if temporarily, Eight of Cups, if that could help you gain some much needed distance or perspective. Do not rush into any commitments and be mindful of what karmic debts you have acquired or are owed. That reminds me of the unseen. This reminds me of the Devil and the Eight of Cups when you had to go away. You are literally walking away from things. And I think toxic friends or family or relationships know that you know, and you know that they know you know. So it's kind of like it's a matter of time when you are going to walk away, and people are thinking, I have to treat them better, because they can walk away easily if they see that I'm treating them wrong, or if they see that I'm being deceitful or weird. I need to heal that aspect of myself. Or they just notice that you are someone who sees past the BS and knows their worth and is going to walk away from that manipulative, immature energy. So yikes, you kind of scare people, which is good. Oh, I split the deck in the Eight of Cups. To end the reading is what we started out with. So let's go. Protect yourself. You are healing and you are shining. You are glowing. Good things are coming to you, group number ones. So if that resonated, subscribe, follow for more, whatever. Like the video. Tell me how that resonated. And my left eye is twitching. I don't know what that means. Protect your energy. Always cleanse it. And yeah, so I will see you in the next reading, my loves. Bye. Hi, group number twos. If you guys chose the animal tarot or the picture that is in the thumbnail, this is the right reading. Welcome. So I pulled an energy check for you guys, and this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, please. But what I first got was the Ten of Cups in reverse with the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And then when I split it, 22. And then when I split it, it was the Two of Wands. I think that you maybe feel called to somewhere. I don't know if you want to move or you're planning to make a choice in a situation to take action towards something, but it may be something that you feel like it's necessary, or a longing. I'm hearing singing that's beautiful, so maybe like a siren-esque energy, but maybe you just, the people around you, you don't feel aligned with, the family that you have in this lifetime, maybe by blood, or the friends that you cultivated, you don't feel aligned with. But there's someone there in your energy that's very prominent. I don't know if you met a person recently, or you're going to, that's going to be a significant partner or friend. But what I'm feeling is that they may be an earth sign, or they may be feeling someone who is very grounding to you, someone who can give you stability, or someone who's on your same level. But you may be feeling this. You may have been feeling this, maybe in your dreams or something, but you're ready to make moves for yourself. You're ready to go, I heard. Because this isn't where you're supposed to be. Wherever you are right now is, you're feeling like you want to take something with you, maybe a person with you, or an animal, or your objects, things that you feel tied to, that you feel obligated to keep. But there's something here that you want to keep moving on forward. Yeah, the Two of Swords in the reverse, but you feel stuck. You feel like you don't have all the information yet, and it's all about timing for you, all about taking the necessary steps, the necessary precautions to continue onto the path that you feel like is meant for you. Yeah, the Devil, you also, Capricorn, you also may be feeling like you're overthinking or in your head right now, or there may be some blockages. Learning how to leave karmic situations for your, I'm kind of getting the goosebumps. So this is confirmation that you feel kind of tied to certain relationships, certain people that aren't meant for you. That ties back into the Ten of Cups reversed. But yeah, there's something that you're shifting within yourself to change your outcome. for your better life, basically. But let's see why. If that resonated, welcome to your reading. Now let's see why you are so haunting. My group number 2s. Why is my group number 2s? Ooh. So we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Ooh. The Star in reverse, Aquarius. Why is group number 2 so okay? Very, very confident. The Page of Cups in reverse. Yikes. There's something here about you that kind of feels the King of Cups in reverse. Well, when you are put through a stage of depression, or maybe if you are put through something, when you walk away, you don't come back, is what I'm hearing. When you learn about something, when you choose to gain knowledge about a situation, you're not afraid to pull back. And I think that you have a sharp tongue. There's no swords energy here, but the King of Cups is very prominent. That if someone messes with you, then you're not afraid to strike back, is what I'm hearing. This Page of Cups in reverse is showing that you're not here to play. If someone hurts you, you don't forget. Yeah, you don't forget. You're very much put together. You have your wits about you, I heard. What's haunting about you is the memories that you gave other people from your past, however that means to you. People don't forget about you. People don't forget about you. So what makes my group number 2 so haunting? What makes my group number 2 so haunting? What makes my group number 2 so haunting? This is the World card. Yeah, people can't move on from you. There's something here about that. The Judgment card. Whenever 420. Whenever someone goes through something similar that they went through with you, they remind themselves of you. And yeah, you could be a nurturing person, you could give love, but you could also pull back so easily. I'm getting like this cold energy from you, haunting, like the Ice King or Ice Queen. And with this King, 444, and with this King of Cups in reverse, you know how water flows like a waterfall or a lake, but what I'm getting is a lake that's just ice, and you walk on it and it's cold and you're afraid it's going to crack, swallow them up. Maybe people get lost in thought about you, of what they've done, or the type of person you are. But I'm also feeling, I don't know if the movie Narnia is significant. It may be. Something's there about Narnia. You know the scene where they're on the ice? That's about all I got. Also ACOTAR, for those of you who know, you know. So what is the 8 of Cups in reverse? We have the 8 of Wands. Wow, 8-8 may be significant. And the 7 of Swords. Whew. The 6 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. You can see right past people who do you wrong. 44 again. Yeah, you have divine wisdom. And there's something about you with knowing where the structure doesn't lie. The 8 of Cups. Yeah. You permanently choose to stay away from people and choose to not give to other people. But also, with the spider here and the 7 of Swords. When someone is doing you wrong, you weave your web, you work in the shadows, you have it all set up, and when you're ready to catch this person or catch this energy, you catch it and you take action. You're like, okay, so I know I can move on, but also I know I have receipts, or I know I could catch them in a lie. Yeah, there's something here about not giving the time of day to people who want to F you over. But also, you can play nice. You can play nice to people who do and act like everything's all hunky-dory and everything's fine. But there's a sense of people being intimidated by your ability to know. By your, maybe people feel anxiety. Or people feel like, oh, you could play dirty too, is what I'm hearing. It's like a shadow aspect of you that people see. I think the shadow side of you, if you were ever in a dark place, which we all have been, you know, it's always my group number 2s for some reason. If you ever were in a shadow or dark place, yeah, there's something about people seeing that side of you, and they're scared of that side of you. They know who you can be, who you choose to be. you know? Um, what is the Page of Cups in reverse? What is the... We have the Empress up right now and the Lovers. Okay, so with the Ten of Swords, I feel a lot of hurt and a lot of anxiety. So right here, there's anxiety, and then my heart feels a pain. People find you haunting. I mean, I don't know why I'm getting this energy of like an anime or something. Like Howl's Moving Castle, when his hair is dyed a different color and he thinks there's no point of living because I'm not beautiful. um, there's something about, because also the people that live with him respect him. They don't want to get in his way because they know that he's powerful. So you may be a leader of some sort. You may be someone who people don't mess with because they know that you are to be respected. But also something here. What is that? What's the Page of Cups? Clarifying the Empress. If something doesn't... What is this? Because, oh... When you stop giving to someone, there's a reason why you stop giving to someone. And they know it. You don't just stop giving for no reason. And also, what's weird is that you still give to people who hurt you. If you're drawn to group number 1, then I recommend it, but you don't have to be. But there's something here as to you keep giving and people feel like you know that they've done something to you, but you still give, and they're just thinking in their head, why do they still want to nurture me, with the Empress card? 22. And the Lover's card's in reverse. Kind of like tough love, or this sense of what do they know that I don't? Yeah. What is this Empress? You, my friend, are a tough cookie to read, especially with the Moon card. And I think that's also what's difficult for people, is that you're so hard to read. The Chariot card in reverse. Cancer. Yeah, you are someone who is very hard to read. The Star, Aquarius. And also Cancer again with the Moon. You don't leave, Temperance, Sagittarius. A lot of signs that I'm getting. You allow divine timing to set in, because you know that when it's time to strike, again, it's time to strike. And I think it's the mysteriousness that makes people find you so haunting. People that can't read you or don't understand your intentions. And you're not a bad person. You're not someone who hurts other people. But it's this energy of, why are they so nice to me? Or why are they so giving? They're so generous. What's going to happen now? I'm getting the scene from Les Mis with the mom. Fantine? No, that's not. I don't know. Eponine? Fantine, I think. The beginning where she's put out on the streets, and all of a sudden the mayor, 24601, Jean Valjean, he helps her, and she's kind of like, get away from me type of thing. Like, she feels dirty. She feels like she's been through so many things because she had to sell her body on the streets of London, I think, to help her daughter Cosette. And she kind of feels like flinching because she's afraid that he's going to hurt her. But in actuality, he's like, come here, I'm going to take care of you. Like, I'm going to help you. And you have that feeling about you to where you look like you can be mean, or you look like you could be intimidating. But in actuality, it's like, no, let me help you. You clear the fog for people. People may be confused by you at first, but they end up loving you. They end up actually like adoring you, who you are. So if you feel like you're not lovable, or if you feel like there's aspects of you that are too dark to love, like, no, that's what people respect about you. In a healthy way, of course. You know how you, like I said earlier, cultivate your shadow into light, you know? Yeah. Putting down your boundaries with the Seven of Wands. You don't want to run if it's not necessary. If people have this side of them, I'm also getting a download of when someone shows a dark side of them, they mess up and they're like, I'm so sorry, please don't leave. You think to yourself, I have those aspects too, and you're an amazing human. You say to this person, you're an amazing human. I trust you. We all aren't perfect. I'm not going to leave just because of this one incident. You're not like that. And people really love that about you. And that makes them want to transform, you know? So what is the King of Cups in reverse? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Lovers up right now. Wow. The High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. Distrust. So what I'm feeling is, I saw something say selfish romance. When will it be my turn? It was from Webtoon, so. I think people may be also waiting for you, wanting you to come into their life, wanting you to give them the love. For people in your past, that's a side note, especially with the Lovers here, Gemini. But what I'm really feeling is that even if you don't have anything to give, you always have love to give. And you still give to those who, you have a huge heart. And I think that you know that about yourself. And people don't trust that. There's some people that find it weird how you're so authentic. Find it weird how you're so loving. The Page of Wands, yeah. You just want to have fun. You just want to be there. You're happy within your energy, and you give freely and you give equally. And people look at that as, no, you're not. No, this couldn't be true because this and that, because I dealt with the same person in the past or whatever. And I don't think people trust what you show, and they find it haunting. They find your character and who you are haunting, which is on them. They could get triggered by your energy, and that's it. But let's clarify the world, and then we'll move on to the oracles. What is the world? So we have the High Priestess in reverse, not being able to trust it. They can't move on. With the Knight of Swords, yeah. The Three of Wands. People want to move towards you. They want to find out more about you. I think that's what it is. It's kind of like you draw them in because they want to understand who you are. You know what I heard in the beginning? What reading was it? But I heard I can show you the world. And they think that you can show them the world. The Knight of Swords. The Three of Wands. Yeah, that's so weird. People have weird perceptions of you. It depends, because some of you may be that type of person. That's only for like one or two of you. But for the majority, people have a lot of perceived notions of who you are. And they get proven wrong because the Three of Wands shows that they actually continuously want to move forwards with you because they're like, oh, this is the type of person they are. They're actually not a bad person. So I'm going to give more to them. I want to learn more about them. I want to communicate with them. Yeah. What they find haunting is that you're very blunt, but also people, for some reason, they can't get you out of their head. There's some people that just can't figure you out for the life of them. But in actuality, you show them who you are, 44. You show them who you are, so it's like, what is there to figure out? Okay, let's move on to the oracles. We have, ooh, the Healer, Princess Bari. Yeah, there's something about you healing other people. And that could be showing them their shadows. The Healer. Pumpkin Patch. Cute. And then we have, yeah, Anima Mundi. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. But this guy is about all of the religion, everything combined. The universe, beliefs. I want to read this, a little bit of this to you. And then we'll read the Healer as well. And then we'll be done. That's so interesting. So, yeah. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's see. The soul of the world, all that is. Accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is a living soul of the world in all of its multifaceted, multi-dimensional layers. I got chills. What I'm feeling is that you're not afraid to show the whole facet of you, of who you are, and people are confused by that because some people just put on a mask, but you show who you are. And you're not for everyone, I heard, and you know that, though. You know you're not for everyone. You've been told you're not for everyone your whole life. And maybe at some point you put on a mask to protect yourself, but you learn to cultivate and to accept who you are. That's for some of you, but for a lot of you too, like, you know who you are and you're unapologetic of it. And I think that scares the living crap out of some people. Like, how can you be yourself? That you are a powerful being. Once you learn, for some of you, once you learn to embrace all of you, it's over for you bitches. Like, that's what I heard, like, you saying, is once I learn to accept all of me and cultivate who I am fully, it's over for you bitches. So, multifaceted, multidimensional layers bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. I love your soul. I love your soul. Wow. It is connected to fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates initiation on level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how the light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. We need people like you. Continue to be your amazing self, because we need people like you in the world to heal it, to show what you can be, to show that we are all one. So let me read Princess Bari, the healer. You have a huge life purpose, and whether you're in it already or not, I think that you constantly are, how do you say it, figuring it out, or you allow yourself to transform with every person you become. You're not tied to one. Where's the princess? Let's see. And it doesn't matter if you're whatever gender you identify as. This is just the card that came out. So let's see. Healing, knowledge, meditation. Though she was abandoned by her family, the Korean Princess Bari, the seventh and unwanted daughter of the king and queen, travels to the underworld to find a cure for her parents' illness. Wow. Blurred lines and confusion. This is the card meaning. Blurred lines and confusion reign. You may need to establish or reinforce boundaries. Learn the difference between helping and enabling. Interesting. Interesting how that's brought up now, because we were just talking about how you still love other people, even if they hurt. I think that's what scares other people, is that you could see them for who they are, like their soul. You could see inside of people's souls. Offer yourself the kind of support you so freely give to others. Her advice. She's recommending a cautious approach. Consider very carefully what you are willing to give or do for someone and why. Remember that it's okay to ask yourself how you personally benefit. If you get involved, help by empowering them instead of fixing it for them. So yeah, I think that's mainly the lessons that you have been learning, or that you did learn, is that you are learning to empower people, learning to help people without learning to fix them and who they are. You're guiding them. Kind of like Jean Valjean from, how do you pronounce his name, from Les Mis. He's a guider. He's a protector. He's a healer. Ah, beautiful movie, by the way. If you don't like it, that makes sense. Not for everyone, but it makes me cry. And that scene specifically, when he helps her, and she's on the deathbed, and she imagines she's hit, what is it called? Seeing Cosette, her daughter, when she's not actually there. Forgot the name of it, but yeah. And she's crying, saying, Cosette, it's past your bedtime. Cosette, it's time to go to bed. And Cosette's just walking towards her. And she's telling the guy to take care of her. And he does. He does. Because of course he does. I'm just going to read the quote from the pumpkin patch. It says, I would rather sit on a pumpkin and have it all to myself than be crowded on a velvet cushion. Observation, thought, mindful understanding. Take time to contemplate. Yeah, you're very much in your own energy. You don't like to get mixed up with others. So, wow, group number 2, you are amazing. Keep spreading your love, your light. And if that resonated, subscribe. Let me know how that resonated. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys for being here. And also, if you didn't check out my spooky story in the beginning, then I recommend it. I'm curious to know what you guys think about it. But yeah, okay. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, my group number threes. If you guys chose the picture in the thumbnail or the Lord of the Rings tarot deck, then this is your reading. Welcome. So, I did an energy check in the beginning. I got the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. This is here to tell you if this is your group, and don't take everything because it may not resonate, because it is a general reading. Tap me into the energy of group number threes, please. I'm not ready to let go is what I heard. But you also are the Ace of Pentacles. You see an opportunity in something. The 7 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands reverse is about moving, action, planning, going towards something, seeing the road ahead. The 7 of Wands is fighting for something. You're wanting to fight for something. You have perseverance, and also you objective approach is what I heard. Something about it is you're like, okay, I see the path ahead. I see how I want to get something and how it's possible to get it, so I'm going to do that. Even if you feel like there's nothing there, like a fruitless tree, you're waiting for it to be grown. Even though there's no 7 of Pentacles here, the 5 of Pentacles right here is here, which is talking about abandonment or loss, or the 4 of Cups, disinterested, boredom. Maybe you, that's very interesting energy. Maybe you're acting nonchalant towards something, but you're very chalant on the inside. Yeah, there's something here to where you're quiet about your next move, especially with an opportunity that you want. An opportunity that you want. I heard make some noise. Why is Hannah Montana? It doesn't matter about your gender, but Hannah Montana's coming through again with the Hannah Montana movie, though, where she's clapping on stage, like making noise. Let's make sense. I forgot this song, but I'm not going to stick on that because that could just get me to a whole other loop. But the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, you see an opportunity that you want for yourself, that you're going towards it. The Pentacles is about, the Ace is about something in front of you that you want to grab, but maybe it's not time to take action yet, but you're still not afraid to put up a fight for it. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, the long game, moving with intention. When it's time to move, you will move. But also I saw him looking in the back. Yeah, the Hanged Man, Pisces. I saw him looking back, and maybe it's in the past or at something they don't want to leave behind. Maybe you don't want to leave something behind, or yeah, you're afraid of leaving something behind. The Hanged Man, you're waiting and learning to get a different perspective. So group number threes, let's continue. If that resonated, welcome in any way. So how are you haunting? Let's find out. How are you haunting, my group number threes? And then at the end, we're gonna look at these oracle cards. How are you haunting? How is my group number 3 so haunting? This is a timeless reading, by the way. So whenever you run across this, it was meant for you. Yeah, 22 when I looked up. So how's my group number 3's haunting? How is my group number 3's? You may be a singer. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Like I just feel like singing all of a sudden. Why is my group number 3 so haunting? The Hanged Man. Yeah. I love this deck. Why is my group number 3 so haunting? The 3 of Swords. Wow. The 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. Let's do one more. Well, you're definitely someone who people don't forget. Why is my group number 3 so haunting? One card, please. One card, guys. Not a whole story. I really do. Your spiritual team is sassy. It's very funny. I just feel like, okay, with something about you is like a learning lesson for people. People are hung up on you with the Hanged Man and with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I think that people have a hard time. One card, please. One more card. Why is group number 3's? I keep hearing hung up. The 9 of Cups and the 6 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. You are people's wish. You are people's, they want you. They want who you are. But they almost feel like they can't touch you. With the Empress, when I split the deck, they can't touch you because you feel powerful. You feel like someone who can make or break them. Yeah, they can't move on from you, which is so funny because usually that's how it is with the Wheel of Fortune, but you're moved on from whatever this is, whoever that was or something like that, but because you know what you want and you know how to get it. But they want to follow you. They want to follow your lead. You leave people in the caves, in the shadows, and they're left to ponder, especially with Schmeagol. I don't know why I'm getting this download, but he's left in the cave alone for a lot of years and with this little thing. But what I'm getting for you with the ring, but what I'm getting for you is that you leave them in the cave and all they have is this one object that was of you, and they're like left to basically honor this object that they have of you, or this memory. It could be in the 3D, an actual thing, or it can be in their mind that they'll never forget. Something that you told them, a moment that you were there for them. Yeah, for some reason I'm wanting to touch this. Yeah, some certain memorabilia that you left. They don't want to argue, they don't want to fight, they just want to be in your energy. The Page of Cups, because you're so loving. Oof. This is one of those readings with the Hermit card. Yeah, it's one of those where they're just like, oh, they were so kind to me. They were so wise. They gave all this wisdom, and all they wanted was time alone, or all they wanted was this and that. But I didn't give it to them because I didn't know how to. And now they're gone, and now I miss them, and now I can't have them. Two of Cups, whether it be a friendship or whatever that means to you. What is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? What is it? Because the Two of Pentacles is balancing, but reverse, ooh, the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords, baby. Yeah. They don't know what you're up to, the Devil card. Okay. They don't know what you're up to, who you are, what you're doing. Yeah, this is giving another energy. Yeah, you're not really giving to them. With this Queen of Wands in reverse, they feel like they can't manifest without you. They feel like they can't create without you. I also heard, ooh, I got this download earlier for you guys. That's so cool how this is coming back around. I heard that you may be someone's muse, even if you didn't know this or not. You may have been someone's muse. And basically that's like an inspiration for someone they could create with you around. But since you're not around, they're having a hard time creating. Yeah. They don't trust you. It's almost like everything in their life is feeling out of balance, and all they could see is you, or all they could wonder is like, what are you doing? You're kind of like a distraction for some people with the Devil card, Capricorn energy. But with this High Priestess in reverse, they see you as someone, I don't know if you guys are practitioners or something, but they see you as someone who's very mysterious and kind of scary. If you came from group number 1, hi. But yeah, they definitely overthink. They see you as someone who they can't trust, who, like, you did this to me. I don't know if you're so used to people blaming you, like viewing you in a wrong way with this Queen of Wands in reverse, maybe like a manipulator. But you know how those people always stir the pot or always tell the wrong story? They say, oh yeah, group number 3s did this to me, and they did this because they didn't want to be with me, or they just wanted it out, or they didn't want to do this, or they couldn't sacrifice, or they lied. Something like that, or any other stupid lie. But on the inside they know, but for some reason that's why you haunt them, is because they know that they're lying. Like they're tormenting themselves by not releasing you, but by blaming you. And they're not growing because they just want to put all their energy towards you and not focus on themselves and take accountability for what they can do for themselves. Yikes. The Seven of Swords in reverse, babe. See? Self-sabotaging. This person, these group of people, I don't know what it was, but they sabotaged. You're so haunting because you're someone's kryptonite. Ah, once again, the hangman and the ring. The ring is Schmiegel's kryptonite. What's the hangman? Cute. What's the hangman? We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups, that one, and the Hermit still at the bottom, so Virgo. But, yeah. People are ugh. I really just... Sorry, Temperance card, Sagittarius. I really just feel annoyed by some of these types of people because, first of all, you could give so much to a person and they just don't see it. And then once they leave, they see it. Like, I don't get that. I don't get those types of people. And I'm getting that energy. Your good nature, who you are, your soul, is what's haunting. Like, you're so powerful. You're that energy of don't mess with me. It's kind of like, oh, she has boundaries. Oh, he has boundaries. They have boundaries. Oh, I didn't appreciate who they were, so they left. What? Like, oh, I didn't give them what they asked for. What? Like, come on now, babes. You are so wise. You are so wise, and people are hung up on you. They're so hung up on the fact that you were their good luck. You were their good fortune with the ring. They hid you. I'm getting that song, Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper and Miley Cyrus. I don't know why she's coming through so much, but how it says, some boys take a beautiful girl and hides her away from the rest of the world, kind of like Schmiegel hides the ring. You put it on, you're hidden. You're a diamond that deserves to be in the sun, whatever gender you are. And you are playful, you are love, and that's your light, that's who you are. You're multifaceted, but that's who you are, your soul. And when someone drains that out of you, you leave. The Temperance card, you are very protected. I think that's also what's so haunting about you, is that you're so protected, and also the divine is on your side, so whoever F's you over, they know that they have something coming for them. And maybe that Six of Swords is the fact that they can't move on, and that's their karma. That's why they are so haunted by you, is because you showed them who you are. They did not accept who you are. You walked away, and now they can't. Surprise, surprise. What is the Three of Swords? What is the Three of Swords? We have the Lovers. We have the Lovers and we have the Moon. Gemini, and I say Cancer for the Moon. And Judgment. Cute. Major Arcanas. Love that. The Two of Swords. Some people can't make up their mind about you. Some people are scarred from their past, and they also don't know how to take you as a person, because maybe you really do trigger something from them in the past and they come off as disinterested, but it really has nothing to do with you, babes. It just has to do with their boundaries and what they choose to do for themselves. You know, we could only meet 44, by the way, 4 and 4. We could only meet people where they're at, but if they don't want to meet us where we're at, our level, our standards, then it's time for us to move on, you know, especially in relationships. Like this person, these people that's coming through right now, they're saying, I wish I could have seen the truth for what it is. Galadriel, this thing right here, I think that's what it is coming through, is that she revealed things to Frodo and Sam when they looked through it and they saw what could happen or what's happening. I forgot what it is, if it's future energies or what's happening currently, forget. But yeah, she reveals it to them and they see the truth. And it's almost like this person knew the truth, but they couldn't see it for what it is. With the Lovers, they may have been a divine counterpart. They may have been shown who they could be, but they decided not to be. This Three of Swords, because of past trauma, because of pain. They're haunted on the hung-ups. They're haunted on the mistakes, on the judgment call that they're feeling. Like you were their judgment call. You were the person that they could have been, is what I heard. There's something deeper. There's always something deeper with you that they just couldn't grasp. Yeah, that's what it is that I'm picking up. People could only go as deep as they are going as deep as... How do you say it? People could only be as deep as you with how deep they are with themselves. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically what I'm getting, is whatever this is, they weren't that deep. And you were just, you were a river. You were freaking amazing. Your sense of emotional capacity and who you are is just beautiful because you've worked on yourself a lot. And some people regret losing that because you left them, or you were like, hey, this is hard, but I need to go because this is the right thing to do. The Lovers. Yeah. A lot of your past exes are very hung up on you with how they ended it or stuff like that. Yeah. What is that? There's something here with the Moon and the Lovers with the Three of Swords. They could have had more with you, I feel. Yeah, after you left, they're revealed with the things that they could have done or they could have had with you. Maybe even dreams. Maybe it's revealed to them in dreams the life that they could have had with you. So, let's see. The Six of Swords in reverse. What's the Six of Swords in reverse? What's the Six of Swords in reverse? Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, with the Ten of Cups at the bottom. So the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Four of Pentacles. I heard once again, I don't want to fight anymore. Yeah, you don't, which is probably you. That's what I'm feeling. With the Six of Swords in reverse, people, yeah, are hung up, but also you have your boundaries up because you know your happiness. And that ties in with the Nine of Cups. I'm going to leave it like that because that ties in with the Nine of Cups of this doesn't make me happy and this isn't aligned with me. But people are like, I want to be your lover, but you're saying if you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. If you want to be with me, then you have to accept all of me. You have to see me for who I am. And if you don't, tough shit. Like, I'm not going to have you in my life. So, yeah, you're not going to fight for something that doesn't matter to you, especially when it's not giving to you anymore. You're listening to your wisdom at the end of the day. This is Virgo, by the way. Yeah, you're not going to put up with manipulation or any of that BS. So let's move on to the oracles. We have the Mirror. Yeah, we have the Mirror. We have the Siren. We have Close Encounters. Cute. And then we have, I do not know how to pronounce this, but the Night Stalker. Okay, let me read the Close Encounters and the Night Stalker. Interesting, though. Okay. So what I'm getting with the Siren and the Mirror, you're someone who brings people in, obviously. We all know what a siren is. You're someone who brings people in. Who... And why? Is because they're like, wait, I was so drawn to group number 3s. I felt like they were my soulmate, my person. But in actuality, your energy just tricked them because they had to work through some karmic crap. Because you mirrored to them what they needed to work on. The Moon, once again, they felt like this confusing energy with you because it's like, whoa, I feel so drawn into them. I feel like they could be my person. They're so beautiful or handsome or whatever, magnetic. And when you show them, it bursts open and there's blood. There's no moon, there's blood, there's war, there's anger, there's hurt, there's pain. And you're just there. You're just there, like being yourself or trying to do the right thing. So let's read Close Encounter. I'm just going to do a little bit of this one. So it says explore, curiosity, yeah, adventure, wonder, joy. Your depth, who you are, I'm seeing a lot of pinks and purples. So something about the crown chakra and the heart chakra. As this brave explorer stands on the beautiful alien world, she is awestruck. Exotic landscape, the varied and colorful plant and wildlife fill her with a sense of wonder and joy. When we acknowledge our inquisitive nature and say yes to opportunities and adventure, we open ourselves to new discoveries and connections that can enrich and fulfill our lives in exciting ways. Exploration is really the essence of human spirit. Frank Borman. I mean, all the same colors. That's so interesting to me because it's showing that they are drawn to you in the Moon right here in the corner. You are different. There's not a lot of people who are like you, and they come to find that out. And you're rare. You're rare. That's for sure. Number 20 may be significant, but you are a rare breed. And people regret losing you or taking you for granted. Yeah. Ooh. Surprise, surprise. People are stupid sometimes. Anyways. It's just annoying to me. Whatever. I'm in my annoyance phase. You know the phase of when you are a healing people pleaser and all of a sudden someone says something stupid and you look at them like, okay, yeah. And then you just keep going. Something here is just, what is going on? You know, why do you decide to be mean to me? Or I hear that sly comment, or why do you not think I would call you out? You know, it's kind of like, it kind of scares you too, because you look in the mirror, it's like, who am I becoming? You're scared that it's your shadow side, but in actuality, you're just done with putting up with people's BS, you know? I don't get paid for that. So let's look at the Night Stalker. Nightmares, anxiety, restlessness. Didn't I talk about how they could dream about who you could have been with them, type of thing? Her story is a demon associated with childbirth in stories from Caucasus, in Middle East and Central Asia. She is said to bring misfortune to pregnant women in their sleep, either causing miscarriage or kidnapping newborns. Jesus. This card represents depression, nightmares, and fearing the dark, anxiety, and racing thoughts. You may fear the worst as you toss and turn sleepless nights. You need rest. A good night's sleep, a mindful meditation, even a vacation is in order. Above all, take care of your mental and emotional space so you can be more fully present in the current moment instead of fixating on past worries or future fears. 2 things from this. 1, people are really the people that did you wrong are really struggling with the fact that they did you wrong. Let me just say that. And if you have a hard time believing it, then have a hard time. That's fine. But this is the truth. Confirmation. But maybe they even want to talk to you, you know? Second thing is some people really liked being the hero for you, to help you when you were struggling in your dreams, or help you when you were struggling with thoughts. Like, they loved to be that person that felt either better, felt like an ego boost to help you when you were weak, you know, prey on that, or actually loved to help you and be there for you when they could. Like, a good side of it is actually they love to be there for you. So you'll know that energy. 2 of those energies are for you. And then the third one is the fact that you keep people up at night. Maybe they even have dreams about you looking at them and being like, how dare you? And then 22. So yeah, group number. Oh, yes. Before I end it, this is 3 more cards that came out for you, which is Isis and Lilith. Like, come on. And then Hutaka. This is all like goddesses and monster. Like, this is badass. Lilith, and then Isis, and then her. I forgot about her, but yeah, look up these specifically. And also, I know some of you may be working with Lilith and Isis, but I love that for you. I'm gonna read Hutaka. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Read that real quick and then we'll be done. Yeah. Let's see. People also are afraid of getting rejected by you. It's because the confidence that you have towards yourself and the stuff that you know you don't put up with. Okay, here it is. SEX, Magic, Defiance. She is the goddess of SEX, drunkenness, fertility, something about fertility, and fun. Cursed by disobeying the rules, she transformed her punishment of having been turned into a nocturnal creature into her strength. There's something here with Isis and Lilith, because Lilith was also cast down because she accepted herself and embraced who she is instead of being told what to do. Her role, basically. She was her own person, and that's why they made Edith. What's her name? What's her name? Adam and Eve. Edith. That's why they made Eve out of Adam's rib, so she could be fucking less than, in my opinion. Whatever. But yeah, the owl right here is giving me wisdom. Like, she's giving wisdom. Yeah, curse for disobeying the rules. You are your own person. You do not allow people to F with you. You may be all nice and beautiful because that's who you are, but deep down, it's like, hey, buddy, you're going to go there. We're going to go there. You need to break free, have fun, and let go of control. Throw caution to the wind with party or celebration. No risk, no reward. You are not afraid to be yourself, and if people can't accept that, then they can't accept that, and they're not meant to be in your life. So, group number 3s, this is your reading. Welcome and goodbye. And if this resonated, subscribe, like, comment how this did resonate. And I love you guys. Thank you for being here and taking your time to spend time with moi. So, yes, I will see you guys in the next one. All right? Bye.